Okay, so the thing to look out for in this problem, and you kind of want to recognize it, it's kind of cheating actually, if you're like, oh, this is the perfect square trinomial problem. That's not going to help you on the test. Okay, what you're supposed to do is you look at this thing, and you're like, wait a minute, that number is a perfect square. Why is that a perfect square? 49 is. So right here, that's 49. Because you can take the square root of 49, and it works out perfectly. Right, 7. Right, and over here is a perfect square. Because you can take the square root of 4, you get 2. Right, so this is like that first number is a perfect square, and the last number is a perfect square. So remember we did these guys that were like x squared plus 2x plus 1. How do you factor that? Alright, so this is, So this is also a perfect square trinomial. This is the answer. You did these earlier today. Okay, so here's that. All right, so all you do for these guys, I'll write it over here. So 4x squared plus 28x, and it's only when the first and last numbers are perfect squares that it may work. You kind of have to also think about it and be like, this is 7 if I take the square root, and actually it's way harder than that, 49. All right, so what you do is you just go like this. Go like that, go like that, go like that, go like that. What's the square root of 2? I'm sorry, what's the square root of 4? Then you write 2x right here. What's the square root? And then you write 2x right here, sorry. What's the square root of 49? You put a 7 there, and you put a 7 there, and you take this sign. Plus, plus. And if we check it through FOIL, what does our first give us? What's our outside give us? Our outside. So plus 14x. What does our inside give us? 14x. And then what does our last give us? 49. So we got it. But it's doing it a different way than I showed you in the past. 28. Yes. Yes, it is. I'll show you the way you've learned in the past. No, this is the way I taught you yesterday. Right? The video that I just removed is how you've learned in the past. The traditional way of doing this is trial and error. No, okay. Hold on one second. Pause. Yes, you have to be able to recognize the difference. That's the thing, right? So this is considered kind of an easy problem if you could recognize it, right? But if you get a problem that's, hold on, I'll show you. One sec. All right. If you get a trinomial that's like this, 6x squared, move this up, plus x minus 2. Is the number 6 a perfect square? Number 2 a perfect square? Is this going to be done the really easy perfect square way? No. This is going to be done the trial and error way. It's not going to be done the super easy way when you have an invisible 1 in the front. This is the worst case. These are the trial and error problems. This is the worst case scenario, right? Now you can apply the worst case scenario approach to this problem. It'll work too. But on the SAT, it might not work for the SAT's designed problem. Do you understand? So you have to be able to do it. You have to be able to jump to it like this. You have to be able to recognize. I've had kids that score like in the 1300s and get this one wrong. And then they're like, when they see it, they're like, oh, I forgot about that method. Because they're approaching it this way, the traditional way. And the College Board is mean, and so they want you to actually know this way. Okay, hold on a sec. Wait, do you get this whole thing?